right there.
I appreciate
Definitely.
it, man.
You want to give them a small preview?
Small preview?
Small preview, just like that.
I'm a threat, you niggas shake your tail between your knees, caught her with a pussy, and I promise you it isn't me. Light as a feather, though these bars are heavy, thought she was a model, so I understand you wasn't ready. Okay, you see the phony and the realest shouldn't coexist. If you ain't trying to join the hustle, nigga, don't enlist. Just another sinner. I be that bitch that wish a nigga would like a splinter, reconsider. Sister Soldier, I'm the coldest winter. Labeled the killer, bury rappers in my basement like I'm Big Tigger. It's more than words, hope you get the message. I'm doing damage on the flow, call progressive. Truth I speak, believe me, nothing about me. We could keep you sick with the female physique, but you can call it.
Hey, that's your problem. Oh, you be lying to me. Just a little something. Till it drops. That's all you get.
What's up, everybody? This is Chris and Jay with Outside the Quad. We had Nightstar ENT's Studios here in Dallas, Texas with Minx. What's up, Minx? How you doing?
Doing all right. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about your past. How'd you get your start in music, and who inspires you?
I don't know. I think as a child, first and foremost, my parents are very old school, so being raised listening to 70s and 80s, I've always liked R&B, I've always liked jazz, I've always liked funk and just the energy of it. So even before I knew that's what I wanted to do, I had always been involved with it since about the age of 7.
Okay, so, we didn't know that you well diverse. We didn't know that you could spit the way you did during the cypher, and then also sing as well. So how'd you able to do both?
It's very complex. Actually, I started off singing first and foremost, and after a while picking up very bad habits, smoking, which you should not do, but smoking is a very bad habit, and I got to a point where I figured, you know what, I'm not going to be able to sing anymore. Like, I'm not going to be able to make music. I'm not going to do what I love to do. And a really good friend of mine was like, well, you know what, you sound really good spitting back, when you're listening to songs on the radio and you kind of rap along with them. He was like, man, you have a really nice delivery, the way you say some of the words, man, you sound better than half of these dudes out here, how about you spit? And it was like, from that day forward, everything that I wrote, I started spitting instead of singing, and so it's been about 6 years now that I've been doing that.
Okay, wow, okay, that's what's up.
So you grew up listening to the 70s funk and all that?
Oh yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Ooh, favorite is hard, but I like Confunction, I like Anita Baker, love Anita Baker, I don't even know why I said that. Huge Anita Baker fan. I love Frankie Beverly Hills. Did I say the name right? Frankie Beverly Hills. Frankie Beverly
Frankie Beverly Hills. Yeah, I know you're talking.
That's what I meant to say. Okay.
Talk about people who've seen that before.
Groups like that. Yes,
yeah,
exactly. I like groups like that. Something that's funky, that has a hit melody to it. But I love live bands. I love guitars. I love drums. I love instruments that emote a lot of emotions. So really, I feel like certain harmonies, melodies, especially from live instruments, guitars, drums, they emit a lot of emotion, and when you hear those things, you can't help but to go back to something you've been through or something that inspires a song, and you feel it. Your fans, your people that hear it, they're like, damn, like, you really must have gone through something, and versus it being, okay, this is something that I just wrote just to put out. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So that's how you incorporate the funk with your music, I'm assuming?
I wouldn't necessarily say incorporate the funk, because if you go off of the way the song sounds, it doesn't sound like funk. But if you go off of that time period, people back then weren't afraid to talk about love and emotions and everyday shit. It's like every rapper now wants to talk about money, hoes,
or how hard they are.
Or how hard they are.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem expressing emotion, and that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I took from that time period. You fucking feel some type of way that you need to express it. Simple as that.
So do you feel like art as a whole, like in music as a culture, has lost its value? Say we value doctors, we value teachers and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody has to be certified to be a part of this category. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say music lost its value.
No, wait. I mean, there's great people out there, great musicians. But I think for the most part, like the generalization of music now, do you feel like that?
I think the drive behind music has altered tremendously. Nowadays, you got a funky beat. You got something that's catchy, you got some lyrics that a 2-year-old can catch on to and sing until she's fucking 25. You feel me? They're just being honest with you. That's what's gonna make money. Versus music that people were making because they had something to say. It was to help empower our people. It was a message. It was, you know what I mean? It was different back then versus what it is now. So I wouldn't say that music lost its value. There's still a lot of love for the game. There's still a lot of heart that people are taking, even for this garbage rap or whatever the fuck you want to call it. There's still a lot of heart out there. But I think it's changed to where back then you used to actually want to be that motherfucker that dropped bars, that had something to say, that was lyricist, to where now it's just numbers. It don't matter what you say.
I think now what
you know,
even with this Dallas cypher we just did, and even other underground artists that don't get a lot of attention on the mainstream, is starting to appreciate quality, like you said, with bars and stuff. So it's coming back.
It's greatly missed. I feel like you have people that want to hear Lauryn Hill. They want to hear everybody do. They want to hear, you know, these artists that really aren't that far away. You know, even someone simple as the Brat. She's not even considered mainstream.
Right.
You know what I mean? But people forgot about her. Missy Elliott. People forgot about it. You know, there's different genres, different feels, different deliveries. Those type of rappers, they were lyricists. And I feel like people are so used to just the party music. They're so used to just the hibbity hop, as the old schools like to call it. You know, that they're actually missing substance.
My thing is like this with hip hop, even though it's a subculture, I like to break down this rap itself, because it's like you have artists that are lyrical, like the artists that you just mentioned with the club music. I call them artists like club bangers. I separate it, so I give them their own category.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You get a lot of people that trash that type of music, and I feel like if you're trying to turn up, you're trying to do whatever, there's different emotions and different tempos that people move to.
Right.
And that's why we vibe to music, because it carries the tempo that we're already trying to fucking find.
Definitely.
You feel me? So I don't knock Future, I don't knock Designer, I don't knock YG, I don't, that's their thing.
The greatest of all time, yeah.
And it may be for certain people. For certain people, they wake up and live for that type of music. You know, it's all about perspective. But I think at the end of the day, looking at where hip hop, where rap derived from, people are gonna miss the original. If you ask me, the true element and where it came from, I feel like that's gonna be missed. And you're right, people want that.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be missed, because like you got people like yourself, like I said, and other artists that's gonna refuse to let it die. And you got fans like myself, even though I ain't got bars like that, I still.
Absolutely.
But I feel like it's a far-fetched dream though sometimes, because like you talk to the kids like now, they just hear the samples like, oh, it sounds good, but I'm not gonna go research it. Kids today don't really go back and research music, not even as far back to 1999. You know what I mean?
I mean, at the same time, the internet is wide and vast.
Exactly.
Nowadays, with the click of a button, there's no telling what doors are going to open up for you, what knowledge you can find. Now, you're right. At the same time, they may hear something and say, okay, well, shit, I done heard five fucking songs that sound just like this. I don't need to take the time and effort to actually put something to it. So you're right. But I feel like there's, like, for example, you know, I love Joey Badass. I love Mick Jenkins, huge fan. Chance the Rapper, people like that, you know, and no one put me onto that. No one put me onto these niggas, you know what I'm saying? I literally was looking, because I'm searching for music like that. I know what I like, and I'm going to go look for it.
I do drink water, because of music.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's the healing component. So I went and did my research and was like, you know, I like artists like this. And you, like I said, you have things social media like YouTube. YouTube's going to take what you listen and say, okay, recommendations, this, that, the third. Believe it or not, that's how I got put on to Mick Jenkins. That's how I got put on to Joey Badass, because I'm jamming music like this so much. YouTube is recommending, you know, Instagram is recommending. I got other people that are watching my snaps and they're like, okay, I see that you like this and that third. You need to check these niggas out. So you're right. They may not take it upon themselves to go out and look for it, but when you're surrounded by people who genuinely believe in real hip hop, real R&B, real rap, you can't help but to be exposed to it out here. You get deep with it. You know, you want to talk about what makes money, shit that's mainstream.
You're right.
Correct. Music like that's not deemed as mainstream. Now it could be.
Right.
Because we being the power, we the people, we can make that shit.
Exactly.
Something that could be a demand. But we're so comfortable just doing what we're told, giving the music that we're given, we're cool with that. You know what I mean? I feel like if we want to see change, we can make that. We can make the artists that we want to see pop up and become mainstream. We can see that, but no one's going to take the time to actually make the step to make that happen. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think anyone could sit here and say, oh, because there's no exposure for this could happen. Or, yeah, there is exposure for this, so this could happen. Man, a lot of shit can happen. You know, but I feel like what's meant to be will happen. You got artists that are looking for that shit, and it's not going to go nowhere. They've been trying to kill hip-hop for years. It ain't going nowhere. Yeah, now it becomes it downplays a little bit, you know, and you have other artists, the ones that are independent, like Joey Badass, you know what I'm saying, people like that.
when they stop, they money stop. Not necessarily. I'm not saying that, but
I get what you're saying.
if this man decide he wanna stop doing music right now and have children and pass everything to his kids, man, his kids got to wake up and don't have to answer no fucking nobody. You feel what I'm saying? He for real, he can wake up and be his own boss and say, you know what, today I want to make fucking ice cream and tomorrow I want to be a producer. He can do whatever whatever he wants to do. That's my goal. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of artists who, if you ask me to this day that you hear their music and it still sounds raw, it still sounds passionate, it still sounds like, damn, the first day this nigga dropped, it still sounds like that was yesterday, even though it's been 17 fucking years. It's because those artists have those type of mindset. And then again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I just feel like for people who, again, you revert back to hip hop and you have this genuine love for music and you have this feel and this understanding for what it's really supposed to be, it's like that drive never really leaves. So it's not to just credit nobody, it's just...
I get you. You definitely...
You want to give them a small preview?
Small preview?
Small preview, just like maybe like 8 bars.
I can give them something completely different. Give y'all something completely different if you like.
I'm cool with it. Are you cool with it?
We bracing ourselves.
Some motherfucking exclusive shit, y'all. It's up to you. I mean...
We're down. We're definitely
I'm down, so... Got it. Hold on. Been a struggle playing my position, but I gotta keep it pushing, cause I'm really tripping, thinking that he'll do me different. Wishing that he'll tell me different, wishing that it's something that really isn't, but that's my fault. Playing with feelings and I got caught. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hey, okay. Never played a fool before, feeling stupid playing yours. Told me we can talk about it, really listen, highly doubt it. Talking cheap, cause he'd rather be out up in the streets, stacking keys, flipping on it while he blowing sweets, calling me so we can meet between the sheets. Another session, did to learn my lesson, cause he's slanging dick and it's impressive. What am I doing? See, it shouldn't matter. Put the nookie first, I'll come after. Let me help you catch one, I'll come after. My body is a slave and this nigga the master. I'ma be honest, love him thuggin', cause they do me right. He be the type that they walk up and then fuck up your life. Thinking to myself, well, Kristen, you was willing from the beginning. Find a nigga who ain't catching no feelings. That's what you wanted, right? Be careful what you asking for. Be careful what you wishing for. That's it. I fucked it up so many times because it's been a while, but...
No, you good.
Yeah.
Good, sis.
Look, I was just scratching all of my back and shit, itchy in this bitch, but... You know, it was something.
Man.
It was
There
something.
it is right there. She killed that, bro.
Yes. Thank you.
Damn.
Shoot, something.
I will. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Outside the quad. Outside the quad. Outside the quad. Okay. All right. It's your girl Minx, and you've been rocking with Outside the Quad.